Today on Business Success in Six with Stacie, I have Chef Eric, executive chef from Twisted Willow in Port Washington, Wisconsin. Eric, thanks for jumping on with me today.
Thank you for having me.
It is my pleasure. I would love to ask you a bit more about Twisted Willow. Would you mind if I ask you 6 questions?
Shoot.
All right, here we go. When people ask you what Twisted Willow does, how do you describe the business?
Well, simply put, we are a restaurant and bar. So we serve quality food and cocktails to the guests that want to patronize with us. But it is a whole lot more than that. We view it as an entire experience, right? So from start to finish, we want you to have the best possible time that is expressed through our full service, as well
Mhm.
as just the quality and presentation of our plates. And we kind of strive for everybody to leave feeling like their family.
Very cool. Absolutely. And you have a really great reputation from what I've heard living about 15 miles away. So you
Thank
hit
you.
it on the head. I love it. So what were your plans when you started with Twisted Willow, and how has it changed? I know you've been there about 10 years almost, right?
Yes, I have. I actually started just as the morning prep guy, and I kind of grew into the role that I'm in now, leading the kitchen. And a lot of things have changed over a decade, as you might imagine.
Yeah.
When it started, it was a little bit of a different vision with the original owners, and through that ownership change, we've kind of tried to find our own identity within that same scope of the business idea.
Mhm.
And after many successful years, it was time to refresh and update the menu and find new footing in the new world, that we live in
Yeah.
nowadays. So it's been a challenge, but we've come a long way, and we just continue to adapt every day and make the best of it.
Wonderful. Yeah, change is inevitable, and I would think to stay relevant, you have to make some changes here and there as you continue. But the reputation again has stayed the same. Twisted Willow is a place that people seek out. So very neat.
We always try to maintain the quality and the standard that we've always had.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So what is the biggest way that Twisted Willow impacts the community, do you think?
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. In past years, we've done a lot of charity events. We did a lot of the what is it, feasting with Fido and stuff with the Humane Society. We've done a lot of work with United Way over the years. And actually, most recently, we've started to do regular weekly donations to the food pantry for
Awesome.
extra food that we can't use. And we're trying to expand on that a little bit for them, just to get people aware of the food pantry and everything.
Yeah.
And aside from that, I personally think there's kind of some significant value in offering what we do as a place for people to have the chance to experience our establishment, our service, and some quality ingredients made with care and served with a smile.
I love it. Absolutely. So many different ways and really neat. Yeah. I think a lot of people when they think about Ozaki County, they don't think about poverty, and the food pantry really does a lot for Ozaki County. And there are a lot of people that are in need. So thank you for doing all those different things for the community.
Absolutely.
So over the 10 years, what is a challenge that you have faced that other business owners can learn from?
Again, I mean, there's a lot there that I could touch on, but I'll start with, obviously we all had to learn a lot and change a lot through the last couple of years. It's been
Mm,
a lot of turmoil, specifically within the restaurant industry.
mhm.
The model wasn't really sustainable to begin with, and that was only exacerbated by everything. So it's been a lot of challenges that we've just had to tackle one by one as they come. Um,
Mhm.
let's see. We've had to incrementally raise our prices just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I've been pretty impressed with how understanding the general public has been with all of that. Everybody sees those prices at the grocery store too. And I think that something that we've learned is not to be as afraid of that.
Yeah.
The repercussions from, your social media following and your guests on a nightly basis weren't nearly what we were kind of fearful that they would be. Uh,
Yeah.
so, don't be afraid to do what you have to do to run a successful business, and just make sure that your offerings are worth the price, and people tend to be happy to pay it.
How important is that? Making sure your offerings are worth the price. Yeah, I love that. You can't be afraid, and you're doing great things, and people will understand, and they're going to seek out that quality food and service that you provide. So
We hope so. We hope so.
yeah, thank you for sharing that. So what does the future look like to Twisted Willow? And do you have an exit plan?
Well, me personally, not really. I love it here. I love my family. I love the restaurant and what we do. So I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. But we would love to get to a place where we can grow the brand. We've kind of been stuck in this lovely but very old building. And it's got its problems. And that's been another challenge that we've had to overcome over the years. And we would love to, venture into, maybe a second location, maybe a food truck, maybe just expanding our service hours, getting into more events and stuff like that. But it really does come down to, staffing and the passion and enthusiasm of the people that we have, as to what we can get accomplished. So
Wow.
we'll see what the future holds, but it's looking bright from my perspective.
Love it. Exciting. My final question for you, Chef Eric, is all subjects open. What inspires you most?
So this one I was kind of excited about. So I basically grew up here. I'm just about to turn 31,
Okay.
and I've been here 10 years. So I started just before my 21st birthday. So
Wow.
a lot of the people here, including a lot of the ones that I still work with today, they watched me grow up, and I kind of watched them grow as well.
Yeah.
And I think one of there's two things that kind of inspire me most on a day-to-day basis. Um, One is going out into the dining room and seeing that look of pure joy and pleasure on the face of somebody who's just taken a bite of something we made them. That's really the greatest pleasure that I take. But the other part of that is seeing the passion and the enthusiasm and the growth from the people that I work with every day, whether that's somebody who I'm training directly and I know that I've had, a hand in teaching them what they know, or somebody who comes in here with a bunch of experience already and is just able to apply those skills to our benefit and our business, and seeing just the growth of our team as a whole. It keeps me going.
Absolutely. So inspiring, so exciting. And I think it's so cool that you've been in so many different positions and grown, and people have seen you grown, and then you're right back around to support them. I mean, that's truly what it's about, is growth and
Absolutely.
relationships, and seeing that pleasure, like you said, because nobody goes to work at the beginning of the day and thinks, I just want to piss people off and have like make people have a crappy day and have a
Yeah.
bad experience, right? Like we all truly deeply want people to grow and feel good. So
Smile and be happy
yes,
and
yeah,
relax. Yep. Absolutely.
absolutely. So if somebody wants to enjoy the delicious cuisine that you offer at Twisted Willow, what's the best way for them to get more information about Twisted Willow?
So we do have a website, twistedwillowrestaurant.com. Everything should be current on there. We are working on some updates, so bear with us on that. But our social media, Facebook specifically, is the place to get all the information. Our menus posted there, hours, telephone number, all the good stuff is there, as well as plenty of beautiful pictures of our products. So
Awesome. Thank you. So excited to come on in and enjoy. You have an awesome 2023.
you as well. We can't wait to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.